What's up, awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you guys, and this is going to be another movie update. Stuff that I've gotten over the past couple weeks to 3 weeks, and there's stuff that I forgot to show in my previous update, so that's why there's going to be a good amount here. But overall, this is stuff that I've gotten, like I said, in the past 2 or 3 weeks that I want to show off for you. I got a lot of Blu-rays, but I'm going to show you 5 DVDs that I picked up that are either available on Blu-ray, that I just found the DVDs cheaper in stores or for a better price. And then there's some DVDs that don't have Blu-rays yet. So I picked these up for a really good price. They were all under $5 each, so I didn't pay too much for the DVDs. And I couldn't pass them up, so these are movies I did not have in my collection that I wanted to get. And I'll show off the DVDs first, and then I'll go through the pretty big stack of Blu-rays that I have to show you. It's a mix of everything: horror movies, comedies, dramas, you know, just a mixed batch of all different genres in here. So the first DVD I picked up was something I got at Target for $5.99. It's not available on Blu-ray yet for some reason, but I remember loving this movie. And it's been a good 10 years since I've seen it, but it is Save the Last Dance, and I haven't opened it yet, I haven't watched it, but I was always a fan of this movie, so this is one that I wanted to add in the collection, and for $5 I couldn't pass it up. I think this was the last copy that they had, so pick that up, and it's the special edition, so I don't really know any of the bonus features that are on here, so, but yeah, Save the Last Dance. And I'm a big Julia Stiles fan, so I wanted to get that. The next one I remember seeing as a kid, but I don't remember the movie very much except for the aliens. So let me know what you think of it. Space Invaders, which I don't know if this is out of print or not, but at one of my local stores, they had this for $4.99, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick it up, watch it, see if I remember it being good or not. If not, I'll probably trade it in. But it was $4.99, so I picked that up. The next two are a first movie and its sequel, and they're based on the television show, and you probably know what I'm talking about. But the first thing is a Brady Bunch movie, which I remember loving. It's been, again, probably a good 10-15 years since I've seen this movie, but I remember loving the movie. And, you know, it's quirky and it's fun and cheesy, but, you know, if you like, you know, 90s movies and you grew up with films like the Brady Bunch, then I think you'll still enjoy it. I'm hoping to still enjoy it. So, Brady Bunch movie. And then I picked up a Very Brady sequel. These were both $4.99 at, again, the local store that I have near my house. So I was like, can't beat that. And I wanted to pick these up and add them to the collection. I think these are out of print. So, yeah, must-owns for me. And the last one, again, got from my local store for $4.99. It's 1 and 2, and the first one's available on Blu-ray, but I don't think it has a good transfer from what I've heard. So I picked up this, and it's All Dogs Go to Heaven 1 and 2. You know, I grew up with both movies, especially the first film. And, you know, those childhood movies, there's a lot of them I want to add to my collection just because I have memories with them. And I remember watching the first film about 6 years ago and still loving it. So this is one that I did want to add to my collection. And I haven't seen 2 in a very long time. I remember it being a pretty good sequel. But yeah, I just wanted to add this to the collection. And again, this was $4.99 as well, so couldn't beat that. But that's the DVDs that I got. Again, some are available on Blu-ray, like All Dogs Go to Heaven, but I know it doesn't have the greatest transfer. And these are all under $5 each, so I could not beat that. So now going on to the Blu-rays, I hope you guys enjoy it. Lots of great titles here, new releases, and stuff that I found for a really good price. But the first 3 things I'm going to show you are from my buddy Pat from Canada again. We do a lot of trades together. He's awesome. You know, I'll get him movies, he'll get me movies. And he got me 3 awesome digibooks, and they all have the same actor in it. And I've never seen any of his films, but I've always wanted to, and I've always thought he was gorgeous. So Pat sent me the trade that we did. I got all of James Dean's movies on digibook. So, and they're all on Blu-ray. So the first one is Rebel Without a Cause. which again, I have not seen these movies, so I'm going to sit down soon and have a marathon and watch all 3 of them. But that's Rebel Without a Cause, and like I said, they are digibooks. So I just thought that was really cool. And like a lot of digibooks, it does come with a booklet and the Blu-ray on the back. Sorry for the glare. But yeah, I just thought that was awesome. And then East of Eden, which again are movies that I've always wanted to see. So I'm going to sit down and watch them soon. There's a good picture of James Dean and the lead actress in the film. I believe her name is Julie Harris. I think Julie Harris is from Little House on the Prairie and Twin Peaks, if I remember correct. So, yeah. And then another gorgeous picture of James Dean there. The movie on Blu-ray. So that's awesome. And the last one, I believe this is his final film. He only did 3 movies, I believe. And it is Giant. He died at a young age. Very tragic. So, but yeah, and this one has Elizabeth Taylor in it as well, and I've always loved her. So, one of my favorite actresses. But this one comes with a Blu-ray and DVD combo. So you have the Blu-ray there, and then on the back, Elizabeth Taylor, you have the 2-disc DVD. So that's really cool. So thank you so much, Pat, for these, buddy. I really appreciate it, and I hope you get your movie soon. I sent him 4 Blu-rays that, you know, he wanted. So, you know, like I said, we always do these trades, so it's a lot of fun. But yeah, so I wanted to get these, and I've always wanted to see these, so this was awesome. So thank you so much, Pat. Really appreciate it, bud. The next ones are all new releases that came out within the last 2 or 3 weeks. The first one is one that a lot of people picked up, and I saw this movie for the first time recently, and I absolutely loved it. I really was not expecting too much from it because, you know, I've never been a big fan of the character. I really didn't know too much about him, but it's part of the X-Men universe, and you know what I'm talking about, and it's Deadpool. I didn't see it in theaters. I really wasn't expecting too much, so I kind of skipped out on seeing it in theaters. But I watched it on Blu-ray, and I absolutely loved the film. I think it's an awesome movie. For somebody who really wasn't expecting too much from it, I loved it. And, you know, I'm not a big Ryan Reynolds fan. I think he does some good movies here and there, but this is by far his best, in my opinion. So, picked that one up, and got that when it came out. So, Deadpool. And I love the slipcover. It's awesome. I know they came out with the steelbook from Best Buy, but I'm happy with this edition, and I actually love that cover art. So, very cool. And like I said, it's embossed, so that's awesome. The next one is a film that I love, and I love a lot of Nicholas Sparks movies, and that is The Choice. One of my favorites. You know, if you're not a fan of the Nicholas Sparks movies, then you won't like these. You know, for most part, it's the same kind of storyline, except different theme, different characters, but you kind of have the same idea. With this one, they changed it up a little bit, which I was happy with. And for me, this might be my 3rd or 4th favorite Nicholas Sparks movie. You know, it got a lot of bad reviews, a lot of critics didn't like it. But for most part, a lot of his movies critics don't like. But if, like I said, if you're a Nicholas Sparks fan and you love the other films that his movies have been made in, or that his books have been made into movies, then you'll love this. Definitely enjoyed this one a lot. So, The Choice. The next one I got was one that came out last week, and I saw this in theaters, and I loved it. Again, it kind of surprised me like Deadpool, because I wasn't expecting to love the movie as much as I did, and it is The Boy. And without spoilers, the ending I did not see coming, and I usually see endings come, you know, for most part. You know, most movies are typical, you kind of see the ending come, but with this, I did not see the ending come at all, so I was really happy with the twist. I think it's Lauren, what's her name? Lauren Cohen? From The Walking Dead, Maggie on The Walking Dead. She's one of my favorites on the show. She did a great job. The look of the movie, the setting, I mean, just the whole movie I absolutely loved. And it was one that definitely surprised me. So it was a good, fresh horror movie. Like I said, they kind of did something different with the ending, which I loved and I didn't see coming at all. So for me, this was definitely a must-own when it came out on Blu-ray. And I'm glad to own that one. Check out The Boy if you haven't. The next one got a lot of flack in theaters, or it got mixed reviews. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't a movie that people loved. It was either a movie they liked or loved. And it's David O. Russell's recent movie. Yes, David O. Russell, Joy. I drew a blank there with the director's name. David O. Russell, yes. The movie Joy, starring Jennifer Lawrence, Robert Downey Jr., Bradley Cooper, and a whole bunch of other great actors. This movie got mixed reviews. Like I said, people either liked it or loved it or didn't like it. So it was kind of everywhere. So I went into this movie really not expecting much, but I knew I wanted to see this movie. So I got this pretty cheap online for $16. I think it was the same week that it came out that I bought this online. And it came with the slipcover. The only thing it didn't have was the digital copy, which, I don't really use them. So I got this used, but it came in great condition. And I love Joy. In fact, I like it better than American Hustle. It's not as good as The Fighter or Silver Linings Playbook, but definitely better than American Hustle. I'd say the only thing that I had a problem with this movie was the, side characters and how they weren't really developed too much. I wish those characters had been developed a little bit more. But the rest of the movie I absolutely loved, and I think Jennifer Lawrence did a fantastic job in the film. She's definitely the best thing about the movie, like a lot of critics have mentioned. She is the best thing. And I just love the story I love the story. Sorry, I'm giving tongue twisters. I love the story of this woman and how she went through hard times to finally, having success. And it's just an awesome film in my opinion. And if you haven't seen it yet, definitely give it a chance. Watch it, see what you think of it. I think what American Hustle did great with was it did have good character development, where this one didn't for most part. But this one has a better story in my opinion. It goes somewhere. The story develops, where I think American Hustle, while it had a good story and I really enjoyed that movie, the story was just kind of flat all the way through. It didn't really evolve at all, where this one did. So I was happy with Joy. If you have not seen it yet, definitely check it out. And I love that Fox, for some reason, they are now releasing these slipcovers with inside artwork, a little, flap there. They did that with The Revenant, so I'd like to see them do that with other films in the future. But yeah, Joy, had to pick that up. The next thing is a steelbook, and now this is going into, movies that have been out for a long time, but they're either, new additions or movies that I'm finally just picking up. And I had this movie at one point. I don't know why I got rid of it, because, it's one that I've wanted to sit back and watch again. And yes, it got a lot of hate when it came out, but I remember really enjoying it the first time. And I picked up the now out-of-print steelbook of The Green Lantern. And I know it's the Ryan Reynolds one that a lot of people don't like. But like I said, when I watched it, I really wasn't expecting much. And I really enjoyed it. So, got this on eBay for a really good price. So, and it's in basically new condition. It's awesome. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, I picked that up for a good price. The next one is the newly transferred Blu-ray Independence Day. It's a 2-disc edition. Got this for like $9.98 at Walmart when I picked up The Boy. So, wanted to grab that. I did not own this on DVD or Blu-ray. I remember having the VHS as a kid, but it's been a good probably 10 to 15 years since I've actually sat down and watched this whole movie. So, a nice slipcover, very cool. They really did a great job with this edition. And they also made it a 2-disc Blu-ray. So the first Blu-ray is the movie, and the second disc is the special features. So I thought that was really cool. And I'm really looking forward to the second movie. So I want to rewatch the first film. So yeah, pick that up for a good price. The next thing I got in the mail yesterday. I've always wanted to see this movie. I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but I'm a big fan of The Fault in Our Stars, so for around $8.98 altogether on Amazon, picked up Paper Towns. It did not come with the slipcover, but I really don't care. I love slipcovers, but this movie's been out for a long time, so I wasn't expecting the slipcover. But Paper Towns, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't really know too much about it. I'm not expecting it to be as good as Fault in Our Stars. It might be, but I'm not expecting that. I know this movie kind of got mixed reviews when it came out. I didn't really hear terrible things about the film, so that's a plus. But, it's either one I think that people loved or just liked. But Paper Towns, like I said, not going into this movie hyped up, but I've always wanted to see it, so Paper Towns. The next thing I got online, and I got this from FamilyVideo.com, and it is Adventures in Babysitting, the 20th Anniversary Edition. I got this for $8.99, brand new. So I was happy with that, and it's a childhood favorite of mine. I have the DVD, upgraded to the Blu-ray because I've always loved this film, and wanted to pick up the Blu-ray. No bonus features, nothing like that, but I'm just happy to own this on Blu-ray. So the 25th Anniversary Edition, and I know they're remaking this for the Disney Channel. Boo on that. I just don't understand why they're remaking that. So Adventures in Babysitting, gotta go with the original. The next thing I got was at Walmart as well when I picked up The Boy and Independence Day was Close Encounters of a Third Kind. This is just the 3 different versions of the movie. No bonus features, but I got this for $6 brand new. So I couldn't beat that. And I've always really enjoyed this movie, but it's been a good, 8 years since I've seen it. So Close Encounters of a Third Kind. The next thing I got was on FamilyVideo.com, and it is Solar Babies. A lot of people don't know what this movie is, or they've never heard of it. I saw this movie probably 2009, 2010. I remember seeing a review or a clip on YouTube, and I was like, this movie looks so much fun. I love 80s obscure flicks, and I wanted to get this one on DVD, so I bought the DVD years ago. During the move that I made the last time, the DVD disappeared, and then it went out of print. So I'm glad they finally released this on Blu-ray. And I got this for $15.99, so not too bad. Jason Patric, Jamie Gertz, I think this was before Lost Boys, and then like a year later Lost Boys came out. But yeah, so I love fun, campy movies from the 80s, and this one was, but it's very enjoyable, and I'm looking forward to rewatching that. The next 3 I got at Target for $5.99 each, and I'm just going to go through these pretty quick. 2 I've never had on Blu-ray before, but I've always really enjoyed the movies. Yes, I've seen all these movies. Yeah, just had to make sure. But one I upgraded on Blu-ray because I now have all of Quentin Tarantino's movies on Blu-ray, and this is one of my favorites, and it's Reservoir Dogs, the original film. $5.99 on Blu-ray, could not pass that up. I know they came out with the Steelbook, but for $5, can't beat that. And I'm keeping my DVD collector's tin. I love that edition, but I'm a big Quentin Tarantino fan. I have all of his other movies on Blu-ray, so I wanted to get this one on Blu-ray. The next 2, like I said, I've not had on any, format at all. So for $5 each, could not beat it. Red. I saw this in theaters, and again, this was one of those movies that I watched and I was really surprised with because I went into this movie not really expecting too much, not really knowing too much about it, and I wound up loving Red. So I hear the sequel's not as good. I might watch it, I might rent it, but for $5 for the first one, a movie that took me by surprise in theaters that I loved, wanted to pick that up. They're not open yet because I haven't watched them yet. And the last one, I think I remember watching, I'm not 100% sure, or I've seen bits and pieces of this movie. And the stuff that I saw I really enjoyed. But I think I've seen this, and it's Lawabiding Citizens. So, yeah. Had to pick that up. That was $5 as well. But that is my update, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I went through these fast, but I had a lot of titles to show you, and I didn't want to make the video too long. It's probably already long as it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to do a video showing off the collection in the background, showing you what the new setup looks like, but it's raining out, the lighting's not the greatest, it looks good right now, and that video will be up within the next, either this week or next week, so expect that sometime soon. And next week, I'm going on vacation at the end of the week, so I will not have the video up for a week, not next week, but the week after. So I'm going to try to do a couple videos before then and, you know, kind of come up with stuff to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon. And as always, and with positive out with the negative, and go eat some Skittles. Alright guys, bye.